I, as an Indigenous person, have been taught to announce and identify myself and my territory and who I am and where I come from, and attempt to be a good guest wherever I visit, to learn about the people or the names or the territories that I visit. And Indigenous protocol is by becoming familiar with the land that we are on. Where is it that we stand? Are we on the land of our ancestors? Have our ancestors always tended and stewarded these lands? Or are we visitors? Are we guests? Are we settlers? How did we get to be to where we are? And how are we acknowledging it? How are we honoring truth and history to where it is that we are? And so common day, I see a lot of people saying, what are land acknowledgements and how can we conjure or create a good land acknowledgement? What's the point? What's the purpose? How can we do better? I've already seen events called Beyond Land Acknowledgements. and so I'm sitting here like, dang, it's beautiful. Like everyone's at a different stage. Let's not let it become this dry, crass, oh, it's the obligatory, I mandated to read this at the beginning of this event that we are on the unceded territory of the la 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 la. And I've even heard people say, may we have a moment of silence. I was just like, what? What is this? And I'm sitting here like, well, at least there are communities that are navigating it that way, to be critical of that.
Doing a land acknowledgement has to have meaning. Otherwise, not only is it a waste of time, but it might have the opposite effect. And I think our history as a Native people dealing with the newcomers, the colonizers, that has a deep, profound, long history of innumerable times where they did something that they didn't mean. The history of this country in Western civilization is that virtually every treaty, every agreement they've ever made with the indigenous community has been broken in some way. Every single one, without fail. And I think what I've found, and I was kind of a little bit surprised, because a lot of organizations have really taken this to heart. And so we've had some really amazing land acknowledgements being done lately. Mm-hmm. Now, we still don't know if that's a lasting effect, but certainly the process just in the last couple of months that we've engaged in with lots of organizations in San Francisco County, San Mateo County, they've come up with some pretty amazing land acknowledgements, even from some kind of weird places like the Elections Commission. I mean, again, I'm happy they're doing it, but
oh, yeah.
Elections Commission, you know? But it was up to them to decide how the land acknowledgement affected or enhanced their work in the community, and to incorporate that into their version of the land acknowledgement. So there's a basic framework, and then they kind of, I don't want to say fill in the blanks, because that is performative, but we make them think about it. And mm-hmm. a good number of them actually have thought about it. So I'm kind of pleasantly surprised. And it gives me hope that perhaps there is something happening.
Yeah. But that being said, like tying in how and why, because like I'll shamelessly plug Dancing Earth. Dancing Earth, they always have an opening circle and a closing circle before every performance. They bring in acknowledging Indigenous protocol and ceremony into their performances. And whenever they visit a new territory, they engage in that respectful protocol, acknowledge the land, make offerings to the Indigenous community, and they set a standard in navigating how they walk as an organization and as a community. The people who, even if they don't feel like they are the ultimate decision-making person in a business or an organization, they have strength. They have strength in their solidarity, they have strength in their decision and determination, and the ability to navigate that.
Say, feel that bass. We gon' shake up this place. Say, pick up that pace. Yeah, we got no time to waste. Everybody say, feel.